Hey, Joyful Wife, welcome back. So, in the past videos, you've learned that not everything is an emergency and that self-control is spirit produced fruit. Now, I'm going to give you something incredibly practical that you can use anytime, really, and that's a 60-second emergency reset for when you're already feeling triggered and your emotions are already running high. This is for the moments when you don't have time to process something for an extended amount of time, but you need to do something fast that actually works. So let's be honest, you're not always going to catch your emotions early. Sometimes you're really going to get hit with a wave of anger, a wave of hurt, or maybe even anxiety before you even realize what is happening. So you need a tool for that works in those moments. So this tool is fast. It's 60 seconds or less. It's simple. It's effective. You can actually calm your body down, and that helps to calm your brain down, and it's accessible. So you can do this really anywhere. Before I give you the tool, you really need to understand what's happening in your body when you're emotionally triggered. When you're perceiving a threat, even if it's not a physical threat, your body activates your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight. So what happens? Your heart rate increases. Your breathing becomes kind of shallow. The blood rushes away from your prefrontal cortex and into your muscles like you're about to fight or flight. You have stress hormones that are flooding your system, and your body is preparing to actually physically run or fight. This is why you can't think clearly when you're triggered. Your prefrontal cortex is literally offline. So the goal of the reset is to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest response. So your prefrontal cortex, or your thinking brain, and I say brain, you don't have more than one brain, but it's the part of your brain, can come back online. So here's the process. Each step takes maybe 15 seconds. The very first thing you do is stop. You stop talking. You stop moving towards your husband. You stop doing whatever you're doing. You just stop. If you need to, physically step away, go to another room for just a moment. Say out loud or even in your head, I need to stop this right now. This interrupt is crucial, and it breaks that automatic reaction cycle. So why does this work? You're giving your brain a signal of, we're not going to react automatically, we're going to pause. Step two, so now you're going to breathe. You're going to breathe in a way that activates your parasympathetic. And here's how you do that. You breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. You hold it for 4 counts. You breathe out through your mouth for 6 counts. Do this 2 to 3 times in 10 to 15 seconds. I always wondered, why is the exhale longer? When you exhale longer than you inhale, you activate your vagus nerve, which signals to your body, we're safe, we can calm down, we can relax, it's okay. Step three, now that you've stopped and you're breathing, you can name what's happening. Say out loud or even just in your head, I'm feeling, and insert the emotion. I'm feeling angry. My body is triggered and I'm having a strong reaction. Don't judge it. Don't analyze it yet. Just name it. So why does this work? Naming emotion activates the part of your brain, your thinking part, your prefrontal cortex, and actually reduces the intensity of the emotion. Neuroscience calls this name it to tame it. Step four, we're going to choose. Now you get to choose. This is where you partner with Holy Spirit and you ask one simple question. How do I want to respond right now? Not how do I feel like responding, but how do I want? And you remember think about how you want to show up as a wife. How do you want to respond in this moment? You might say, I want to respond with kindness. I want to respond calmly. I want to take more time before I actually address this. And then pray a quick breath prayer. Holy Spirit, help me to respond this way. So you're putting yourself back in the driver's seat. You're choosing your response instead of defaulting to a reaction that you instantly regret. I want you to actually practice this. Right now is a great time, even though you're not triggered. So you stop, Put your hand up in front of you like a stop sign and say stop. So you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out for 6. Do it twice. Name it. Say out loud, I'm feeling calm right now, or whatever you're actually feeling. And then choose. You say, I choose to be fully present in this moment. Holy Spirit, help me to be present. Good. Now you practice it while you're calm. This makes it easier to access when you're not calm. So the more you practice in calm situations, the more your brain will remember, hey, this is what we do from here on out. So when do you use the 60-second reset? Maybe when your husband says something that triggers you, maybe when you feel anger rising, maybe when you're about to say something you'll regret. And I have been there so many times, and I'm so thankful that I learned this. Maybe you feel your chest tighten with anxiety, or you feel tears coming and you're not really feeling like it's a safe place to process. Maybe you're about to react instead of respond, or maybe you need to practice this when you're feeling overwhelmed. Basically, it's anytime you feel your emotions taking over, this is the tool to use. So what happens if 60 seconds is not long enough? Well, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you need more time, and that's okay. After the 60-second reset, you can say to your husband, I really do need some more time to process this. Can we talk about it and enter a time frame? 20 minutes, an hour, tomorrow. The reset isn't meant to fully process everything. It's meant to get you to regulate enough to make a wise choice about what to do next. So what are some common obstacles using this reset? And how do I overcome them? Obstacle 1 could be, I forgot to use it in the moment. Well, the solution would be to practice this daily when you're not triggered. The more you practice when you're calm, the more automatic it becomes when you're not. And you can set a reminder on your phone to practice this maybe once a day for a week. Obstacle 2 is, my husband won't let me stop and take the time. The solution is you just have a conversation with him when you're both calm and not in a triggered moment. And you can say, I'm really working on regulating my emotions better before responding. And when I say I need a minute, it's really not me avoiding you. It's me trying to respond to you well. It's me trying to honor you. And then ask, do you mind giving me that space without taking offense? I would say most husbands will respect this once they understand it's for the benefit of the conversation. So obstacle 3. The breathing makes me feel more anxious. Well, the solution is that some people, especially those with maybe some trauma, find focused breathing very triggering. If that's you, you can try different alternatives like splashing cold water on your face, holding ice cubes, doing some kinesthetic movement like jumping jack. Any of these will activate your prefrontal cortex, that thinking part of your brain, and really calm down your nervous system. Obstacle 4 is, I really don't know what I'm feeling. And the solution for that is to use an emotion wheel. You can find one of these online. You can start with broad categories like mad, sad, scared, glad, and then get more specific from there. The more you practice naming, the better you're going to get at it. Obstacle 5, I feel fake or phony doing this. Well, the solution is you're not being fake. You're being intentional with your response. There's a huge difference. Fake is pretending that you don't feel what you feel. Intentional is feeling what you feel and choosing how to express it wisely and with honor. So let me show you what this might look like in real life marriage moments. Example 1 is he's criticizing something you did. Your automatic response is to get defensive, maybe angry. Well, you don't do it perfect either. In that moment, you do a 60-second reset. You stop. You don't respond yet. You step back mentally. You breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. Do that twice. You name the feeling. I'm feeling defensive and I'm feeling hurt. And then you choose. I want to receive feedback without attacking back. Holy Spirit, please help me to do this. Your regulated response is, the feedback is really hard to hear. Can you help me to understand specifically what you need? Example 2 would be, he forgot something that was really important. Your automatic reaction is probably anger and resentment. You always forget. I can't count on you for anything. That would be a natural reaction, but you do the 60-second reset. Stop, don't attack, pause, breathe, calm your system, name, I'm feeling disappointed and frustrated. And then choose, I want to address this without shaming him. Holy Spirit, please help me. So your regulated response is, I'm disappointed that this fell through the cracks. It was really important to me. Can we figure out a system so this doesn't happen again? Another example could be he's in a bad mood and your automatic reaction is like anxiousness and you're feeling that anxiety and you feel the need to people please. Like, what did I do wrong? How can I fix this? So you do your 60-second reset and you realize, stop, don't take responsibility for his mood, breathe to calm your nervous system, name that I'm feeling anxious, I want to fix his mood, and then choose. I want to give him space for his own emotions. Holy Spirit, help me to not absorb his emotions. So your regulated response is, you seem stressed out. Is there anything you need, or do you just need some space? So here's what happens when you consistently use the 60-second reset. Week 1, you'll use it occasionally. It'll feel awkward, of course, but you'll notice that you're reacting a little bit less. I would say week 2 to 3, it'll start feeling more natural. You'll catch yourself earlier. And maybe even your husband will notice. Let's say month 2, you'll be using it multiple times a day and your baseline emotional state will be a lot calmer. So months 3 and beyond, and this is for someone that is continually practicing every day, this would be the more steps or stages. So month 3 and on, it'll become almost automatic. You'll pause before reacting without even thinking about it. So you're teaching your body safety. Every time you use this reset, you're teaching your nervous system, hey, we're safe. We don't have to react. We can pause. We can choose. And over time, your body learns not to spike into that emergency mode as quickly. Your baseline anxiety decreases, your reactivity decreases, and your peace increases. So this isn't just mental exercise. This is retraining your entire nervous system. And don't miss this. This isn't just a psychological tool. This is spiritual warfare. The enemy wants you reactive. He wants you controlled by your emotions. He wants you destructive in your marriage. But when you stop, you breathe, you name, and you choose, you're saying, I will not be controlled by my flesh. I will not be a slave to my emotions. I will partner with the Spirit and I will respond with wisdom. That is powerful, friend. That is you taking every thought captive and every emotion captive. So look, friend, this simple tool can really be used to transform many different relationships. It's not complicated, it's not long, but it really works. And it works because it gives you the pause you need to respond wisely instead of reacting emotionally. And that pause, that's where the Spirit meets you. That's where wisdom lives. That's where you become the joyful wife instead of the reactive wife.